Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. Today we have a battle versus Chris, also known as Pokemaster88 from the Discord server. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon, Scholar, and Viola Wi-Fi battles right now, in my humble opinion. There is a link in the description down below. No, I'm just kidding. Have to keep the joke alive, though. Have to do it. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get this battle on its way versus Chris here. This is actually the 6th time, I believe, we've done battle here on Scarlet and Violet, so definitely have had a lot of run-ins with this guy. We got him off of Discord. We've also played him in the Draft League before as well, so very capable player. And yeah, let's take a look and see what he has in store for us. Very solid looking team here. We agreed to do a little bit of a mid or upper mid tier team, as you can see. So yeah, he's definitely got some strong stuff on deck there. Looking at my team, it is the same one I used in the last battle here, the pseudo Sun team. So what do I want to lead with in this one? This is going to be a challenge for sure. This is a good question. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and go with the Rotom. I feel like that might be the best option here. Let's give that a shot and see where that gets us. And yeah, we'll go ahead and see how that works out. Right away, I do notice he does have a Pokemon that can benefit from our Sun, so that could be a problem for us, but we'll see if we can work with it. So, there he is, and he's going to go ahead and lead with Talonflame as we led with the Rotom Wash. So that's an amazing lead for us here, because we do have the resistance to both this thing's stab moves, and both of our stabs are super effective coverage. So the real question at this point is, does he try to go into something to block the electric attack or something to block the water attack? So that is the big question. This is a pretty critical choice right out of the cuff here. You know what? I think we're going to split the difference, and I actually kind of want to just go for a trick here to trick a Specs onto whatever he switches in. So we're actually going to do that instead. So he actually just straight up withdraws, fearing maybe the Scarf or something, and he switches into the Hydreigon. Okay, that's interesting. That was definitely not what I was expecting. So that thing comes in, we go for a trick, so we're going to swap items with this thing, and we are going to give it a Specs, which is not good at all, and we are going to take H-Way Specs from it. So, alright, so there you go. That's an interesting way to open the game, swapping a Specs for a Specs. So, with that in mind, yeah, how do we want to approach this situation? I don't even know. Yeah, not sure actually. You know what? We could switch. We know this thing's going to outspeed us and hit us hard. That's the problem. Bisharp does resist both the stabs, so that's probably our best switch. But then again, I don't really want to take a big shot. But you know what? I think Rotom's too valuable, so we're just going to straight up switch into Bisharp here. He could take this chance to pivot out if he wants to, but hopefully he doesn't. We'll see what he wants to do. So there is the Bisharp, and he goes for the U-turn, so he does pivot. Doesn't do much of any damage to us, but it does give him the pivot, of course. So not the best thing in the world, but not much we can do about that. So what does he want to bring in to face the Bisharp? He does have a couple of good options here, and it is going to be the Great Tusk. So that thing comes in, which is not great. Obviously, this thing could take us out with an attack, so I feel like he probably doesn't just straight up attack us. I feel like he maybe sets hazards instead. That's kind of what my gut is telling me. We do have switches to some of his stabs, but I don't know that we have a great switch to both of them. So I feel like he doesn't just straight up attack us here, so we're going to Stealth Rock. I feel like he doesn't. Yeah, he knocks. Okay, he does straight up attack us with the knockoff, so he over-predicts, which is what I thought he would do. He knocks off our Eviolite, which is not great, but we do get a Stealth Rock up, so that's something. So we get the Stealth Rock up on him, which is good. And yeah, now we're in an interesting position because we can't really do much of anything to this thing with Bisharp, and we have our Eviolite knocked off. We don't have anything we can switch in that handles both of this thing's stab moves, and that's the real problem here. I guess we could switch in with, you know what, I guess we kind of have something in the way of the Slitherwing, so you know what, I think that's probably our best chance is Slitherwing. So yeah, we're going to switch into Slitherwing here. For that fact, because we do have a resistance to both this thing stabs, although I'm not sure how well we'll take them. We are HP invested with the Slitherwing, so we'll see what happens as we come in with the Slitherwing, and he goes for a Stealth Rock of his own. Okay, so he's going to get the entry hazard up on us, which is kind of okay. Honestly, we can get rid of those. I think this turn we're just going to go for a nice Choice Band U-turn. If he stays in, it won't do much damage to him, but I'm hoping he doesn't really have the move to hit us with, so we're going to U-turn here and see what he wants to do. But he does get the entry hazard up on us as well, which we have to be careful of. He does just knock off, so that's not great because it's going to get rid of our Choice Band, so that does kind of suck, as we do get a U-turn, which does minimal damage to this thing. And we do take some Rocky Helmet chip damage as well, so which is not great. But we do get the pivot out. So what do we want to do to this thing? The Great Tusk is honestly a big problem for us. I feel like our best chance to handle this thing, without the Sun Up, I don't know that Screamtail is not going to do too much to this thing. We have to hit him on the special side. So I feel like Rotom is definitely the best option here. So we're going to come in with Rotom. We are going to take the Stealth Rock damage. So the question is, does he stay in and try to attack us, or does he switch? I feel like he doesn't stay in here. So I am really tempted to just Volt Switch, but at the same time, that's an awful risk if he does stay in. So I don't really want to take that risk, so we're just going to Hydro Pump here, and he does switch, so he probably switches into something that resists, obviously, water, and it is going to be the Hydreigon. So Hydreigon comes in, and he does take some Stealth Rock damage. We know that for sure, as we are going to go for the Hydro Pump here. We do connect. It is Choice Specs Max Special Attack. Still does a ton of damage to that thing despite the resistance, and so that is definitely a two-shot KO. So I kind of want to just go for that. I'm not sure if we survive a Choice Specs attack from this thing, though. That's kind of the problem. I feel like he might go for the kill here. If he pivots out, switching is obviously going to hurt us. But I feel like he honestly goes for the kill in this scenario, so I kind of want to just come in with Bisharp. So I'm going to come in with Bisharp here for a couple of reasons. Because if he does do something else, there's not a ton Bisharp can do anymore in this game anyway. So losing it isn't the biggest deal in the world as we come in with Bisharp, and he goes for the Dark Pulse. So that does do a lot of damage to us. Unfortunately, I think that does two-shot us from that range. But the good news is we do have Sucker Punch, so we can get some damage on this thing. So I think we're just going to Sucker Punch him here. He does stay in. We go Sucker Punch. Definitely not enough to take him out, unfortunately. Yeah, and then we can't take the Dark Pulse. So we do lose Bisharp there, and we go down to 5 Pokemon. Really, there's not much we can do about that. So yeah, that just kind of is what it is. So I think what we want to do now, knowing that he's locked into Dark Pulse, I kind of want to come in with the although I don't want it to get chipped further by Stealth Rock, but I do kind of want to come in with the Slitherwing here. Not sure though. As much as I want to come in with Slithering, I want to come in with Ninetales. There's a lot of things I want to come in with here. I want to come in with Cyclizar. I kind of want to just come in with Cyclizar, actually. Yeah, let's do Cyclizar. So I'm going to try to play the long game here and come in with Cyclizar as we take the Stealth Rock damage. And the reason for this is because I feel like he probably tries to switch in to block the Rapid Spin here. I think that's his play. So I think we knock off here because I feel like he probably tries to switch the Bramblegast in to block the Rapid Spin. So we're going to... I mean, he could stay in and Dark Pulse us, but I think we take it if he does. Yeah, let's knock off. Let's do it. Okay, he does withdraw. Okay, so can we catch this Bramblegast coming in? That would be amazing if we could. No, he comes in with Great Tusk instead. Okay, interesting. So Great Tusk comes in. He takes the Stealth Rock damage. We do go knockoff, so we are going to get a little bit of chip damage on that thing, and we are going to get rid of the Rocky Helmet, which is good. And then we, take the Rocky Helmet and Life Orb Recoil. So, unfortunately, as much as I want to Rapid Spin here, I don't think I will, and the reason I won't is because if he goes for an attack that is not... if he goes for an attacking move, we go down here, and I don't want to lose my... I really don't want to lose my Cyclizar here, so I think U-turning out is probably the best play, so that's what we're going to do here. We know we outspeed this thing, so we U-turn for a little bit more chip damage, and we do take our Life Orb Recoil there, but we do get the pivot out. So the dangerous question we have to play here now is, what do we think he's going for? If we think a close combat is coming, we could try to get in with the Scream Tail. We could try to get in with the Slither Wing, but the problem is we're going to get worn down. He could just knock off. I think Slither Wing is still the best answer, though, either way. But yeah, this thing is going to get chipped down, so we can't do this too many more times. So Slither Wing comes in, takes the Stealth Rock. He does Rapid Spin, which is bad, so that is going to increase his speed and get rid of the rocks from our side of the field, so that was pretty much worst case scenario. We didn't really have a switch in there, as we really don't have much of any answer to Great Tusk on this team, which really sucks. But yeah, I think now, since we can't really pivot too many more times with Slither Wing, I think probably our best play is to just go for a big attack on something. What do we do here? We really don't have a good play here. Let's just close combat and see how much damage we can get. He does actually outspeed us with an Earthquake, and we do survive it, which is something. So yeah, because the Rapid Spin outsped us. We get a close combat, which does do respectable damage to the Great Tusk, but it does cut our defenses, which is also bad. So unfortunately, there's not much we can do here. I feel like our best play is probably just to stay in and go down here, because we can't survive another switch in on the Stealth Rock anyway. So yeah, let's just, I guess we'll just click U-turn, but it's not going to matter here as he Rapid Spins again to take us out. So that's kind of a smart play on his part, because he gets the speed boost. So I'm not sure what his last move is, though, because we've seen... actually, no, I think we know this thing's full set. So we know it's got Rapid Spin, Stealth Rock, Earthquake, and Knockoff. So knowing that, we know he can't really hit Rotom. We know that Rotom is pretty safe against this thing. So I think that's our play, is to come in with Rotom here. So that's what we're going to do. We do take the Stealth Rock damage. Now, he could stay in here and knock off. He has 2 speed boosts, so maybe he does that. I feel like still we should probably Hydro Pump. I mean, we could Shadow Ball also. That's possible. That's a possible outcome here. This is kind of tough. I really want to Volt Switch because I feel like he might just switch here, so I kind of really want to Volt Switch in a way, but Hydro Pump should do big damage if he does switch anyway, so I think we still Hydro Pump here. Yeah, he does actually stay in and knock off, which does get rid of our specs, which is not good. But we go for the Hydro Pump. We do connect, which is good. So it's a good thing we didn't overthink that turn. So we do get rid of the... we get a crit there. Absolutely did not matter, though. So yeah, we do take the Great Tusk out and knock him down to 5. So that is something. We do get rid of the Great Tusk at least. So yeah, we do get 1 on him back there. So yeah, we are still in a bit of a rough shape here in this matchup, but we're not out of it just yet. So, but the Great Tusk being gone is good news, because that means if we put the Sun up, he's not going to benefit from it. So that's good. He is going to come in with Porygon 2 though, and we definitely have to watch this thing as this thing is going to download. And so I think what we're going to do here is we're actually just going to trick to steal this thing's Eviolite. So we're just going to do that, actually. We don't benefit from it, but he won't benefit from it either, so because we have no item to give him. So we are going to go ahead and steal that thing's Eviolite. as we'll see what he wants to do here. He goes for a Terra Blast. That's interesting. So that actually takes us out. That's kind of surprising. I didn't. So yeah, I guess it is boosted by the fact that it's normal. So yeah, he takes us out with a Terra Blast and takes us down to 3. So that's not great at all. So how do we handle this thing? The Eviolite is gone, so that's positive. I think it's probably now or never with Ninetales. I think that's probably our best case scenario here. We can't really do much about the Stealth Rock being up, which sucks. I guess we could have come in with Cyclozar to get rid of it, but no, now we're going to come in with Ninetales. Going to get the Drought to turn the Sunlight harsh, and we do still have somebody that benefits from that, which is good. So I think what we do here, I think we maybe just try to hit him as hard as possible with a Fire Blast and hope we don't miss. I think that's probably the play. So yeah, we're going to do that. Let's see what he wants to do here. He does actually switch, so what does he switch into to take a fire move in the sun? It's going to be Hydreigon, so he's just going to sack this thing off, probably, provided we can hit the Fire Blast. So that thing comes in, we go for the Fire Blast, we do connect, thankfully, and from that range, that definitely KOs the Hydreigon, knocks him down to 4 Pokemon. So that's something. We do get something back there against him, which is good. So we'll see what he wants to come in with in response to that. So it is going to be the Talonflame. So this thing could be a huge problem for us, honestly, especially in the sun. We don't really have a good switch into this thing, unfortunately. Especially if it goes for sun-boosted fire moves, obviously. We just do not have a switch into this thing. Yeah, I mean, we really just... the honest truth here is we really just don't have a switch into this thing, so we might just need to let Ninetales go here. We probably don't take an attack from this thing either. Yeah, I just don't think there's any way around it. So, let's go for a Fire Blast. Let's see what happens here. We know he's going to outspeed us. He goes for a Tailwind, interestingly enough. Okay, so he goes Tailwind to increase his speed even farther. We go for the Fire Blast. We do connect. It is Sun Boosted, max special attack. Does do about 50% to that thing, which is very respectable damage. But obviously not going to take him out. So now we have to decide what we want to do here, because obviously with Tailwind up, all his Pokemon are going to outspeed us for the next few turns. But I still think there's not really any reason to abandon our plan, what little one we have here. I mean, I guess we could. We can't really Encore him because he is just going to, if we try to Encore him, obviously he's going to go for an attacking move this turn. So we just Fire Blast again. That's our only play. He does go for a Brave Bird here. We do hang on with 10 HP in the red. Ninetales hangs on. We go for the Fire Blast. We hit the 3rd Fire Blast in a row, which takes the Talonflame out, knocking him down to 3 Pokemon. So Ninetales absolutely putting in the work in this one here. That's pretty amazing. So Ninetales really came through for us pretty big there. So now he's going to come in with the Bramblegast, and so he's got the Wind Rider to increase his attack. So that's bad news, obviously. So that's a pretty cool synergy there. I think all we can do is just Fire Blast again, because we can't survive another switch in on the Stealth Rock. He actually outspeeds us with a Rapid Spin, so that's kind of surprising. But he does Rapid Spin to take the Ninetales out, which kind of sucks. Knocks us down to 2 Pokemon. The only good thing in this situation is that we can switch in with Cyclozar. So we're going to switch in with Cyclozar because we actually do resist or have an immunity to both this thing's stab moves. So we're going to come in with that, take the Stealth Rock damage. And so I think how many more turns, it doesn't really matter, but we still have a few turns of the sun left. Let's just Knock Off. I guess that's the best move here. We could have Outraged, but I still think Knock Off's probably the best play. We'll see what he wants to do here. He's obviously going to outspeed us, but can we take, depending on what this thing's set is, could we take an attack? He does switch, so that tells me he probably doesn't have an attack for us, which is good. He's going to switch into Porygon 2, so that thing comes in, and we are going to get a Knock Off on this thing as it's going to download for a special attack boost. We go Knock Off. Not going to do much damage since there's no Eviolite to knock off here. And the Tailwind is going to go away this turn, which is big. I think our best play here, I don't think Outrage takes this thing out. Don't feel like it does. Maybe it does. I don't feel like it does. Let's just U-turn out here. We should outspeed, so there we go. We get a U-turn. Does some good damage, though, so maybe Outrage could have taken that thing out. I don't know. But we're going to U-turn out into our Scream Tail. I'm going to try to click buttons as fast as possible here. Since we're pushing the edges of the timer, Scream Tail comes in, takes some Stealth Rock damage, and he is going to... We're going to get the Photosynthesis, which is going to boost our speed, which is good. He's going to go for a Terra Blast normal here, which is going to do a sizable amount of damage to us. And then we are going to get some HP back with the leftovers. So let's go all in on Scream Tail right now. Let's go for that nice, powerful... well, it's not... Let's go for a Boom Burst and try to take this thing out. We do outspeed him. Boom Burst not enough, unfortunately. We weren't Terra Normal, so we couldn't get max damage output. We do hang on through the Terra Blast with 4 HP, so Scream Tail putting in the work here with the Epic Survive. And we get the Leftovers Recovery. Let us Psyshock this time in case he switches. He doesn't, though. There's the Psyshock. Takes out the Porygon, knocking him down to, I believe, 2 Pokemon. We only have 60 seconds left on the clock here, so we are coming down to the wire. Scream Tail, the sunlight's down. Photosynthesis goes down. Scream Tail going to get some HP back with the leftovers. We have less than a minute left on the clock here. Going to try to click buttons as fast as possible and see what happens. He is now going to go ahead and come in with this thing. And yeah, we're probably going to hit the timer here. Let's go for a Boom Burst as quickly as possible. I don't know who's going to outspeed who here, but he is going to outspeed us with an Ice Fang, so that's unfortunate. He could be Scarf, maybe. We don't know. Let's come in with Cyclizar. Do we get one more turn here? Come on, can we click buttons fast enough? Terra Dragon Outrage, let's do it. Alright, he's going to go for this double switch here, interestingly enough. Not sure why, but he does. On the last turn, he double switches to Bramblegast. We are going to go ahead and go for the max damage output here on the Cyclizar. So this is the last turn. I think we're going to lose this one as a functional draw, thanks to the timer. But we do go into Cyclizar here. Go Terra Dragon on Cyclizar. And we are going to go for the Terra boosted max damage output, Life Orb boosted Outrage. And does it KO this thing? Yes, it does one-shot the Bramblegast, actually, which is nice. So we knock him down to just 1 Pokemon, and we do take some Life Orb recoil damage there. So the game is over at this point, unfortunately. And because his Pokemon has more HP than ours, I think we just lose. So yeah, that is a damn shame. So timer is up, and we do lose. So, yep. So that is unfortunate. So we are going to lose that one, 1-1 to Chris. That was a really good match, actually. Very close, very competitive. I would have been very interested to see how that last turn played out, because depending... I feel like Cyclizar outspeeds that thing. Yeah, we'll back out. So that is a very interesting timer endgame there, because I feel like unless he Scarf, Cyclizar outspeeds him there, and we probably one-shot that thing with an Outrage, unless he has a Terra that resists Dragon, because he did not use his Terra in that game, I don't believe. So yeah, that was a technical loss for us, but if we would have had that one last turn there, I would have been really interested to see how that played out, if we could have pulled it back and got the win. Or if he had either a Scarf, because if he was Scarf, he outspeeds us, and I don't think we, depending on his what attack he might have, I don't think we take an attack from that thing. But yeah, I would have been very interested to see how that played out. That was a very crushing timer-induced game there, but really a really solid match aside from that, though. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.